I still remember the night I had exactly 47 rupees in my pocket. Not $47, not even 100 rupees, just 47. And I was hungry. That was the night everything changed. I wasn't born into wealth. In fact, I was born into struggle. My father worked as a daily wage laborer, and my mother stitched clothes late into the night just so we could afford basic meals. Growing up, I saw more worry than happiness on their faces. But I had one advantage. I could observe. I watched how money controlled people's lives, how a lack of it created stress, arguments, and silent pain. And somewhere deep inside, I made a quiet promise. One day, I will never let money control my life. After finishing school, I didn't have the luxury to attend a prestigious college. I took whatever small jobs I could find. Helper in a shop, delivery boy, even cleaning work. I earned little, but I learned a lot. One thing I noticed, people who earned more weren't always smarter. They just thought differently. That realization hit me hard. One evening, while delivering a package, I met a man who changed my life. He was the owner of a small but successful business. Unlike others, he spoke to me with respect. Curious, I asked him, "Sir, how did you become successful?" He smiled and said something simple. "I learned how money works, and then I made money work for me." At that time, I didn't fully understand, but those words stayed with me. That night, with 47 rupees in my pocket, I made a decision. Instead of spending it on food, I used it to buy a second-hand book about personal finance and business from a roadside stall. Yes, I went to bed hungry, but I fed my mind. That book opened a new world for me. I learned about saving, investing, and the power of small, consistent actions. I realized that being poor wasn't just about not having money. It was also about not having knowledge. So I became obsessed. Every day after work, I would read, learn, and think. I started saving even the smallest amounts, sometimes just 10 rupees a day. People laughed at me. 10 rupees? What will that do? But I didn't stop. After a few months, I had saved a small amount. It wasn't much, but it was enough to try something. I decided to start a tiny side business. I began buying small items in bulk, phone accessories, chargers, earphones, and selling them at a slightly higher price in local markets. At first, it was slow. Some days I didn't sell anything. Some days I faced rejection after rejection. But I kept going. There were moments I wanted to quit. I remember one particular day. It was raining heavily and no customers were coming. I stood there for hours, completely soaked, with zero sales. I asked myself, is this even worth it? And then I remembered my parents. Their tired faces, their sacrifices. And I stayed. Slowly, things started changing. One customer became 2. 2 became 5. 5 became 10. I reinvested every rupee I earned. No luxury, no unnecessary spending. Only growth. Within a year, my small side hustle turned into a proper business. I rented a tiny shop. Then I hired 1 helper. Then 2. I learned marketing, customer service, and negotiation, mostly by making mistakes. And I made a lot of mistakes. I lost money. I
trusted the wrong people. I failed more times than I can count. But each failure taught me something valuable. Then came my biggest breakthrough. I realized I could sell online.
It was risky. I didn't fully understand how it worked, but I knew it was the future. So I took a bold step. I invested almost all my savings into building an online presence. Everyone said I was crazy. What if it fails? But I had already decided something long ago. I would rather fail trying than regret not trying. The first few months were tough. Very few orders, technical problems, late deliveries, angry customers. But I didn't give up. I improved, adjusted, and learned every single day. And then one day, it happened. A sudden surge in orders. My products started getting noticed. Reviews improved, sales increased. What I had struggled to build for years suddenly began growing faster than I ever imagined. Within a few years, my business expanded beyond my city, then beyond my state, then across the country. And one day, I checked my bank account. I had crossed my first million. I didn't celebrate with a party. I went home, sat quietly, and looked at my parents. Their eyes filled with pride. That moment meant more than any money ever could. But here's the truth. Becoming a millionaire wasn't just about money.
It was about becoming a different person. A person who takes responsibility, keeps learning, stays disciplined, and doesn't quit when things get hard. If you're listening to my story and thinking, I can't do this, let me tell you something honestly. You don't need to start big. You just need to start. Start with what you have. Start where you are. Start today. Because I once had 47 rupees and a decision. That's all it took to change my life. Now here's your moment. If this story inspired you even a little, don't just listen and move on. Take one small action today. Save your first amount. Learn one new skill. Or start that idea you've been delaying. And if you want more stories like this to improve your English while staying motivated, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who needs this push today. Your journey can start right now.